All right, welcome to another edition of Skope TV. We have got Juan on the phone from Artofficial, aka Artofficial. Juan, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, man? How's everything?
Where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Miami, Florida.
Okay. What was up for today? What's happening tonight with you guys?
Well, tonight we're just taking the night off. But we usually spend our weekends performing all over the city, usually.
Cool. Now, how did Artofficial form as a group?
Well, me and the other MC, Nuisance. My name is Juan, by the way, but I go by Logics. That's my MC name. And so me, myself, and Nuisance, we used to be in this group called So What, and it was just a hip-hop group with a couple of other guys. And we did the traditional hip-hop stuff, just rhyming over beats. And, eventually we tried to start a live band, and we were working with this bass player named Ralph. And then Ralph, a couple of years down the road, introduced us to his boys. And they ended up being, the band that we play with now. So it was kind of just the coming together of two bands, two groups. Me and Nuisance being the hip-hop aspect of that. And, Ralph, Danny Keys, Keith Cooper, and Manny Patino being the, band part. So we came together and the whole hip-hop live band thing happened.
And now, for the people at home who haven't listened to Artofficial yet, you really got to check this band out. They are it is really incredible. It's jazz merged with hip-hop. It's really an interesting sound. It's something that's very catchy and very, very nice on the ear. Now, Logic, when you're creating songs, do you lay the instrumentals first? Like, does the jazz come first, or do the vocals / hip-hop come first? How does that work?
When we first started out, we had a lot of songs that we had done already that were written out. So we just came to the band and we're like, look, this is the song structure. This is what the songs, this is what the lyrics of the song are going to be. And they composed a soundtrack behind that. But as we started working, together and making songs from scratch, a lot of times the instrumentation would come first. So somebody would come to a rehearsal or practice with a riff. It could be, Keith on the sax, or he has something that he made up on the saxophone, or somebody, Danny Keys made up something on the keyboard, and everybody started building off that. And we usually try to get some sort of rough recording, on an M-box with a mic, anything, just one microphone in a room, just to try to get a rough recording, and then we put words down to it. But sometimes it works backwards. Sometimes one of us has a chorus or something, and we'll build from that, But it really depends. It's whoever brings the idea first, everybody else builds off of that.
That's cool. Now, there have been various groups that mix instrumental with hip-hop flows. I've never heard it like what you guys do. But what sets Artofficial different from the rest?
Well, I think I don't want to shit on anybody, but I think, some groups are just trying to force the sounds
shit
together.
on anybody.
They're trying to just smash them up, as best as they can. And I think what's happening here is we're not trying to smash anything together. We're just kind of making music and seeing what comes out. Some of our stuff is real jazzy. Some of our stuff is real funky. Some of our stuff is gonna. When you hear the new album, some of the stuff's gonna be like straight up hip hop sounding, And so we don't try to force anything. We just the way that we came together, me and the other MC Nuisance, we were just trying to, be the best MCs that we can, and the musicians are trying to be the best musicians they can. And, if it sounds right, we're going to put it out there and let the audience hear it and see if they like it or not. We're not really trying to, smash atoms together, put things together that don't sound good.
That makes sense. Now, you got a very diverse group. You got about 6 different people in the band.
Yeah.
Do the MCs or the musicians dictate the direction of the band, or do you guys all come together? How does that really work?
Well, it's a bit of a consensus. Honestly, if me and D, a Nuisance, are not feeling the music, or like we don't think we could rhyme on it, or we think it's whatever, but we just can't rhyme on it, like that track will pretty much end there unless the guys want to make an instrumental out of it. But it's pretty much a consensus. Like we'll tell them, change the bass line up or change the keys up, or we don't like the idea, let's scrap it. So we work on it like that, basically together. But as far as the lyrics, like it's just me and D. We pretty much have the final say on it.
Mm. Now, when you guys are playing live, it sounds incredible. I was listening to you today online. Would you say that you're stronger live or in the studio? Does it really matter? Do you enjoy playing live as opposed to recording in the studio? What's the general consensus there?
I think that's kind of a difficult question. I mean, I like the studio because you can go in there and you can take your time on the songs and experiment and add whatever, delay to something and take it off. You can be really experimental when you're doing things in the studio. But at the same time, the live energy is just something that's really different. You're playing in front of an audience. People are looking. They expect something from you, and you're there to deliver that. And it's different because you're interacting with a group of people. When in the studio, you're just, you're locked up in a room, interacting with your band members and with the equipment there. So it's kind of, I wouldn't say we're better or worse at one thing. I think it's just, a different experience. And I think that's the way it should be. Like, when you listen to the album, it should sound a certain way. It should sound different from the live show. So we try to make it sound a little different.
That's cool. Now, all six of you guys are based in Miami, right?
Yeah, all six of us are based in Miami.
So when I'm out in Miami, what's some of the hot clubs that I might be able to come see Artofficial playing at?
Well, you can catch us. You can catch us at Transit Lounge, which is a real dope live music place. You can catch us at Tobacco Road, which is like the oldest bar in Miami. They were around during Prohibition. You can catch us at PS14, White Room, basically any place that there's live music, you'll see us there. Yes. The Mayflower Hotel Rooftop, which is called Cabana One. I could go down the list.
Yeah, that's cool. You
05 Kitchen in North Miami. Really, you could MySpace, our website, artofficialmusic.net, and you can see all the shows we're playing there.
That's awesome. That's amazing. Yeah, you guys definitely are no stranger to playing live. Now, it's just so cool. I really can't stress it enough how it's really authentic jazz and authentic hip-hop. What inspired you to merge these two genres like you guys do? I mean, I'm sure that's not something that just, happened. It had to sound right, and it does.
In a way, it kind of did just happen, but me and Nuisance are just real hip hop heads. Like, we love hip hop music. Grew up on hip hop music, and the guys are just real fans of like live music, of jazz music, funk music, innovative music. So I mean, we come together, and in a sense, we have to, sacrifice a little bit. So like maybe the guys want to do something that's real crazy musical, but it just doesn't, it doesn't vibe with the whole hip hop aesthetic of the band. So we might have to cut that. And at the same time, we can't ask them to always be playing like a boom bap hip hop type thing. We gotta let them, explore, what they can do, explore their boundaries. So we try to keep it pretty even, but at the same, when it comes to it, the final word is it has to sound really good.
That's really what it all comes down to. We're gonna take a quick break here. We got Logic's on the phone from Miami. This is Skope TV. We're gonna be right back.